But when you're on an online learning environment, when you share that PowerPoint, the learner who's online does not benefit from the advantage of hearing. Oh, Dr. Wilson, you're saying you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Dr. Okumo, can you hear me now? Okay, I think that was it. It's okay. So, okay, so we need to add value to our PowerPoint slides for our online courses by adding narrations to it. So for today, we're going to go through the process of being able to create simple multimedia. But before we go to the practical steps of being able to create a voice over PowerPoint, I want us to look at different types of multimedia that we can add on our online course. So the first type of multimedia that you can add onto your online course would be demonstration videos. Demonstration videos are video, and this would really be work for you guys, because I know you have some sessions which are very practical, and sometimes you may want the students to be able to interact with a simulated environment, which is explaining a certain concept or medical procedure before they can actually go into the actual practical of being able to carry out that particular task. So this is a video that you can consider creating. It is best created in a demonstration environment. So this kind of instructor videos are what we call talking heads. So for the guys who are within the Maseno lab, your School of Education labs, School of Medicine labs, they can consider creating such kind of videos. So they provide the learners with what we call experiential learning, because the videos are created in an environment where somebody is actually demonstrating how something is done. And based on the instructions that the learners have been able to view on the video, they can now translate it now in the practical sessions when they are actually carrying out the practical. So I'm actually demonstrating this through this video. So this is a video where somebody is explaining how a certain procedure is carried out. So the instructor is simulating while explaining how a certain procedure is carried out. So this kind of videos are what we call talking head. So some of you can consider creating such kind of videos for demonstration purposes. And then the students, after watching the video, they can proceed and carry out that particular practical task now when they are doing the practicum. So this kind of videos are what we call talking head. So while you're developing your online course, look through some of the sessions or the topics in your course that would require such kind of videos. Sometimes you don't need to necessarily develop the video, but you can reuse an existing video. So if you go to YouTube, you can search for a video that fits the learning outcomes of that topic, and you can be able to share the link to the learners on your course. So in terms of the videos we're going to use, you don't need to develop all of them. If you can be able to find a video that fits that is already created, and then you have confirmed that it is free to use and share, you can now be able to add it as part of your. You can be able to add it as part of your learning resources on your course. So you simply click on you'll simply copy the link and add the link on your course within the section of your course where the student will be learning that particular concept. The other type of video, which may not necessarily, the other type of video which I'm going to share is what we call pen casting. So the other type of multimedia that you can use, or you can share or create on your online course is what we call pen casting. So pen casting is the kind of video whereby you are explaining a concept to the learner, and the learner is able to see you as you're writing down the instructions or working out. This is best done by lecturers who are teaching mathematical concepts. So maybe you have a concept, in your course, you have a section where you are demonstrating to the learners how to be able to work out some mathematical concepts, to carry out some calculations. So you can consider creating such kind of videos. They are called pen casting. So this one you can even create with as simple as your mobile phone. You can be seated in an environment that is quiet and nice, and then you can explain as you record yourself working out the calculation. So if you have a topic in your course that requires some form of working out, so you can take a few illustrations and you can record yourself as you're working out, and then you attach it as part of the video resources on your topic. So for those of you who have some mathematical concepts that you may need to explain to the students, you can consider creating this type of video. We call it pen casting. The reason why we call it pen casting is because the learner is able to see your explanations as he listens to your voice explaining the step by step. So these ones we are doing mostly with the people from School of Mathematics. But in case your course also has some mathematical concepts, you can consider creating this kind of video called a pen casting. The next type of video that you can create is what you call the voice over PowerPoint. And the voice over PowerPoint allows you to be able to narrate over your PowerPoint slides. Yesterday on the WhatsApp group, in our shared WhatsApp group, I was able to create a demonstration video on how to install the OBS. Angela, you had indicated that you're running a Mac and you're not able to identify the installer for Mac. I hope the video was clear enough for you to be able to install it on your device. So for today, I want to practically demonstrate. Of course, the video already had a demonstration, but I would like to just repeat again the steps of how to work with the OBS. So at this particular point, I'm going to share one of your Dr. Otieno's PowerPoints. So Dr. Otieno shared with me his PowerPoints. So for your PowerPoints, please, I have shared the template for the Maseno eCampus for the PowerPoint. So please put your templates in the PowerPoint template so that we have uniformity in our PowerPoint. So once you've put your PowerPoint into the template, the next thing you need to do is you need to launch the OBS. Okay, so you need to launch the OBS. At this particular point, I'm going to share the OBS screen. So once you've successfully installed the OBS, this is how the OBS looks like when you launch it on your computer. So when you launch your OBS, this is how the OBS looks like, right? So this is the OBS environment. So when you're recording with OBS, the first thing you need to do is you need to tell OBS the sources of your recording. We will be recording two things. We'll be recording your audio and we'll be recording the screen of your PowerPoint as you're running it. So so there's a section called sources here. So you need to add the sources of your recording. So the first source I'm going to add is the audio input capture, so that the OBS will be capturing my audio as I am narrating over the slides. Select the default microphone on your laptop and click OK. So once you've shared the audio successfully, it will be added there as part of the sources. The next thing we want to tell OBS is that you're going to be recording the PowerPoint window. So you need to add the PowerPoint window on the OBS. So you click the add sign and then click window capture and say OK. So what OBS will do, it will open up for you all the windows that are open currently on your computer. So you need to identify you need to identify the window for which the the application or the PowerPoint is running. Okay, for me, I was running it on, let me just discard this. Let me open up the PowerPoint first. But for OBS to be able to capture the screen must be opened on your computer. Okay, so in this case, I'm referring to the PowerPoint, right? So the PowerPoint must be opened for it to be able to identify it. So let me add now the window. I have quite a number of windows open. This one. Let me just stop sharing for a minute. Okay, so I'm back to screen sharing. I hope you're able to see my screen. Okay, so I was at the point of where I was explaining how you share the window. So I have added the window capture. So the two key things you need to add is the audio input capture and the window capture. So in the window capture, I specify the window I want to say I want to record my audio over, and I click OK. So you notice OBS has already picked the PowerPoint. For me, I usually prefer to convert it to PDF, and then so that I'm easy, because PDF is lighter. Okay. So that is my window. So OBS has already picked the window for which I want to narrate over. Now that I have picked I have indicated the window, and I have shared the audio input capture so that OBS is able to use my computer microphone to pick my voice as I'm speaking over it. I now need to start recording. On the left side on the right side of the screen, we have something called controls. On the controls, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 controls. So for the control we are going to be using is the one written start recording. So when you're ready to start recording, click on that control. When it is actively recording, it will turn light gray. So it means it is actively recording the screen, the screen that is shared. So once it's recording, I can be able to minimize the OBS and go through my PowerPoints as I narrate through them, right? So I'll be able to go through the PowerPoint slides as I'm narrating. As I continue to narrate over my PowerPoint slides, OBS will be recording in the background. Okay, so as it's recording in the background, every movement, every words, every narration I make over it, it will be recording. So once I have completed the recording process, I simply launch back the OBS and then click stop recording. So what will happen is OBS will begin to prepare the recording for me and automatically save it. So now I need to see where my recording is. I go to File, then click Show Recordings. It will take me to where my recording is saved. So you can see my recording has been saved here. By default, it usually saves in your PC and in the videos folder. So this, when it is actively recording, it will turn light gray. So it means it is actively recording the screen, the screen that is shared. So once it's recording, I can be able to see. So OBS was recording the video as I was narrating it, right? Now you need to convert the video into a mode you can share. By default, OBS usually saves the file as an MKV. So you need to turn it into an MP4 so that you can easily share to the students. To turn your video into MP4, simply click File, then say Remarks Recording. Then you open the recording. The recording by default, it is within Videos. And then you select the recording and just say Remarks the video. So it will convert for you your video in MP4. So let's see the video which has been converted to MP4. So I'll share the recording from my window. So here is my recording. So this is the original recording, and this is the one that has been converted to MP4. And I can be able to, when it is actively recording, it will turn light gray. So it means it is actively recording. So the screen that is shared. So once it's recording, I can be able to minimize the. So there. So once the file has been converted to MP4, and maybe you had a lot of airs and arms, and then you wanted it to be edited a bit, you can always share the video with us, and we can edit it for you and put it up on your course. So that is the simple process of recording using the OBS. The beauty about the OBS is that it's an open source application, and it is very easy to use, very straightforward. So I can take some questions regarding recording your voice over PowerPoint using the OBS, and any steps that were not clear.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
I did not clearly understand how to convert the file into MP4 because you are breaking up. Kindly repeat.
Oh, okay. Let me repeat that. Let me just share the screen again. Okay, so let me share my screen so that I can demonstrate that again. I hope you're all able to see the screen. There. Okay. So once you have completed the recording and you want to convert it to MP4, you come to File, then there's an option called Remarks Recordings. You click on that. Are we all able to see that? So once this window pops up, you select the recording. You click on these three horizontal dots. Then OBS will open up for you the recordings that you have recorded. So by default, it usually saves under this PC under videos. Select it and then click open. Then click the remarks button, which is at the bottom of the pop-up window there. So the following, okay, I'd already converted it to MP4, so it's telling me that it is already there. So do I want to replace it? I just say yes. The recording has been remarked, so it will have been converted to MP4. So it is important that you convert your videos to MP4 because most of the students, the players, the devices that they'll be using can easily be able to play MP4 videos as compared to the MKV video format, which is the default video format which the OBS usually produces its videos in. So once you've converted it to MP4, now you're able to attach it to your course. I hope that is clear, Daktari. Okay, so any more questions? Angela, were you able to install on Mac, the OBS on the Mac computer? On your Mac?
No, not yet, but I'll attempt again.
Okay, you were able to watch the video showing you how to be able to get the version for each operating system?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Any other questions? Yes, Simon.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Simon.
So I've been able to follow the steps quite well, but the last bit where you capture the screen, whenever I do that, I get a blank screen.
Okay, so what it means is that you have minimized the the PowerPoint. So don't minimize the PowerPoint. Make sure that a PowerPoint is open. When I say minimizes, I mean you have. Let me just stop sharing this screen and then. Let me just share screen to indicate what I mean.
Okay.
So don't minimize. When you minimize like this, OBS will not be able to. When you click on minimize, this minimize icon, minimize functionality. So it means the OBS will not be able to pick the window. It will only pick the windows that are open, not minimized. Does that make sense? And then sometimes some applications have blocked OBS from being able to share the screen. So I realize maybe in some, so if you're running Microsoft Office that is not activated, you might find that OBS cannot be able to pick it. So the other best way you can do is you can convert it to PDF. You can convert your presentation to PDF. The reason why I was sharing my PDF is also because I'm a victim. I have not activated my Office. So what I did, I converted the PowerPoint into PDF and I opened it in Adobe Acrobat Reader. So I can still be able to narrate over my PowerPoint on Adobe Acrobat Reader. So you find that sometimes Office blocks the sharing of the PowerPoint because of maybe activation issues or maybe other issues on the setting. But you are safe to convert your PowerPoint into Adobe into PDF. Then you can narrate over it when it's on Adobe. I hope that is that tip will help somebody. So if you're trying to share and it's frustrating, it means that it is. Maybe there's some restrictions on your application on your Office.
It will help all of us.
Yeah.
It will help all of us.
Also, we are in the same ship. The same group. So you can convert it to PDF and then you can be able to narrate over it while it's on PDF, and then you open it with Adobe Acrobat Reader.
Good morning, Barbara.
Good morning.
I'm getting an error message when I try to install OBS.
What is the error message?
Your system is missing runtime components that OBS requires.
Okay, so when you're installing OBS, there's some dependence. You're on Windows. Are you running a Windows operating system?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's just check on the dependencies. If you go to the OBS website, there's a help forum. So it will show you what it needs installed on your operating system for it to work optimally. Actually, if you check that error message, is there a link that is showing you where to go to download the dependencies?
Yes, I've downloaded and it's not working. But probably I'll have to look for an IT person to guide me.
Yeah, but I'm at 10th floor. If you're within at eCampus 10th floor, so when you're within the building, you can come to 10th floor. I'll be able to assist.
Okay.
Because there's a link there which gives you the dependencies which you need to add on your Windows.
Okay.
Any other question? Any other person with a reaction question? Okay, so was the video helpful? The one that I shared on the WhatsApp group?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so kindly all of us try to install OBS. Try to do one recording. You can share with us a short recording on the WhatsApp so that we can check out your recording for practice purposes. And then now we can move on to producing the voiceover PowerPoints for our courses. So someone may ask, after I've done my PowerPoint, voiceover PowerPoint, what next? because we don't want to overload our system with videos, that is uploading videos on our LMS, because our space is limited. We have around 800 GB and there are over 5,000 courses. So if all lecturers upload videos directly on the LMS, it might overload the system in terms of space. So the best practice would be to upload the PowerPoint slides on your YouTube channel. We all have Maseno emails or your personal Gmail. So let me just stop sharing this and then go to email. Let me just log into my Maseno email, and then I want to show us how we can upload the videos on our YouTube channel. So when you log into your Maseno email or your Gmail, by default you have a YouTube channel set up for you. So if you come to the Google Apps icon and scroll down, you should be able to see YouTube. By default, YouTube creates for you a YouTube channel in case you're for all Gmail users. So simply click on that YouTube channel, your channel, and then once you click on it and you're on YouTube, so once you're on YouTube, you're on your YouTube channel, you're able to upload the videos there. Okay. I hope you're all able to see my YouTube channel. Oh, I've not shared screen. I'm sorry.
No.
Let me just share the screen. I'm sorry. There, should be loading shortly. So when you're on your YouTube channel, right? So if you have multiple accounts on your system, you can switch accounts. So now I'm on my YouTube channel for my Gmail, but I want to switch to my YouTube channel for Maseno Mail. I simply click on where my face is appearing, then click switch accounts. Then I switch to my Maseno email. So once I switch to my Maseno account, I can be able now to upload the video. So there's an option here for the create icon, then click on it and click upload video. So I can click select files, then go to where my recordings were. By default, the recordings are in Drive in the videos folder, this one, video folder. Select the MP4 video and upload it. You need to put the details of the video. So start with your name. So this recording was for Dr. Otieno, I think. And it's the title of it. You indicate the title of the video here. Then you can put a description for the video and click next. Is it made for kids? No, it's not made for kids. It was Dr. Otieno. Then click next, and then click next. Then here you can set the publishing options. Yesterday we had an interesting discussion with the deans. These are videos that you have developed. Do you want them to be accessible to the entire public so that anybody who goes onto YouTube and searches your channel name, they'll be able to get the videos? So you select public if you want it to be public. But if you want it to not to be unlisted, so that only the people whom you have shared the link can be able to view the video, then you can make it unlisted. But if you only want the video to be viewed by you, which is not recommended, you click private. The best option for us right now is unlisted, because Maseno hasn't created copyrights. The policy on copyrights, especially on these e-learning materials that you are developing, it is still an issue that is being discussed. So our director eCampus will give us the way forward with regard to the copyright issues, that are, the copyright license that is going to, or the open access license that is going to be applied to the Maseno e-learning content that is being developed by you. So for the time being, let's make our videos unlisted. So it means they'll only be accessible by the students who have access to the learning management system, because we are going to put the link to it there. Then click save. So what YouTube will do, it will start processing your video. It's done. So once it's processed, you can click close. So the video is now listed there among the videos in my channel. So to be able to access the videos that you have uploaded, always come back to your channel and click, or when you're logged into YouTube and you're logged into account, you click your channel and you're able to see the videos that you have uploaded on your channel. Okay. So if you want to see all the videos, even those that are unlisted, click YouTube Studio. Right, and click the option videos. So this is the video I have uploaded. I want to be able to share the link to the students on my course. So I'll simply click on the, click on it to open it, and then be able to click the URL, copy it on my course. Yeah. So all your videos will be uploaded on your YouTube channel and make them unlisted. Making them unlisted means people who search on YouTube cannot be able to access them. Only the people whom you share the video link with will be able to access it. In case you want to change the publishing options, you can change them to public or private. So you have control over the videos that you create. I hope that information is helpful.
Hi, Barbara.
Yes.
How did you say that we share the URL? I think that's
okay. So okay. So for the URL, let me just share the screen again. So you have to click. Are you able to see my screen? Okay, so there it's shared. So when you're on your channel, right? And you're able to view the channel videos, you click on this link written view on YouTube. It will open up in a new tab. Then you copy the URL. That URL is now what you will go to your online course and paste it in the topic where that video should be playing. Okay. Or you can also click, you can also click these three buttons and click get shareable link. So you can use those two options. So you can click on this to open it and it will open in a new tab. Then you copy the URL, or simply click on these three dots and then click get shareable link. And then you copy that link and put it on the session on your course, on the LMS. So do not upload the videos directly on the LMS. Share the links to the video on the LMS, so that as soon as the students click on the link, they'll be able to play the video. Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Aribo Grace. Any other questions?
Barbara, repeat that again. You see, yesterday we had said we were going to upload to the LMS. Now you've just introduced a new component about YouTube. Oh,
so for the content, we are going to upload on the LMS. But for the videos, remember I said that so that you don't overwhelm the space, the LMS. So for the videos, specifically just the videos, you're going to upload on your YouTube channel and then copy the link on the course.
Okay.
So yeah, just for the videos. But for the rest of the content, the notes, the attachments, you're going to put it on the course. But for the videos, you're going to share the link on the course.
Okay. Okay.
Any other question?
A clarification.
Yes, please.
What about the slides that you have inserted your voice? Will we also upload them on YouTube or directly on your space?
No, those ones you have to upload them on YouTube and then copy the link on your space, because they will be videos. As soon as you narrate your voice over your PowerPoint and then you convert it into MP4, it becomes a video. So you upload it on YouTube, and then you share the link, copy the link and put the link on your course. So any form of video that you create, upload it on your YouTube channel, and then copy the link and put it on the course. So for the videos, we'll only be sharing the links to our courses, on our courses.
Thank you.
Very good, sorry. Any other question? Today, I think we can finish early. We're at 7:51, so yeah, we're within good time.
I think there's a question on the public chat, Barbara.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is there any assurance that someone, e.g. student, cannot download my presentation and share on a public platform? So as long as the video is on your YouTube channel and you've only shared the link, they cannot be able to download it. So they'll only be able to view it, not download it, especially for the videos. But for the other materials, which are notes, they will be able to download, because sometimes they'll need to download your notes and read them offline. But please, let's not attach Word documents. Let's convert our notes into PDF. And when you're converting your notes into PDF, there's a way you can lock it. Remember, we are still, yesterday when we were having the discussions with the deans, the issue of the copyrights of the materials that are being developed by Maseno University lecturers came out. And from the direction the director was leading the direction is that our resources may be licensed under open access, but not for commercial use. So if you have time, you can read through the various OER licenses. There are about 6 OER licenses, the Creative Commons licenses. And one of them is on allowing material to be open to, because these are materials that you are creating for educational purposes. So they're open, students can be able to access them, use them, read them, but they cannot use them for commercial purposes. So I believe after that, the deliberation is done. All our materials are going to be branded as open, but not open access, but not for commercial purposes. So that is why I'm encouraging us, as we are developing these materials, let us use the Maseno branded PowerPoint and Maseno branded Word template that I have shared, so that the notes, the resources are clearly branded Maseno University. Then don't share the Word versions of your documents, share PDF versions of your documents on your course. Yes, Simon, you had a question?
Yes, Barbara. So mine is really a concern. When you're going to share content out there into the public, not necessarily to the public, but to the students. I'm not sure the Maseno has a format for like citations, so we need to really get educated on how best to cite. Is there a format which is preferred by the university, so that whenever one lecturer prepares content is similar to the other lecturer, so I don't have variations in how the content is generated. So I think there's more that goes into having uniformity of content across.
Thank you, Walter. So I'll ask the director to respond to that question. But I believe I think we still be using the APA. I've seen most of the lecturers have been using APA, but I will seek direction, and then I'll pass the information on our WhatsApp group regarding what the director will have informed me concerning how we are going to be referencing. And actually, Dr. you're putting a very important point. All the resources that you are going to put up in your course and you have borrowed from other sources, make sure that you have the references to those sources that you have borrowed. So that we avoid the issue of plagiarism. You're not using materials and you're not acknowledging the source. And remember what we said yesterday, if you're going to be reusing materials, let us, when you're going to Google search, try to search for materials that are open and they allow for sharing. So remember, we went to advanced search. Once you select advanced search, Google advanced search, it gives you an option down there where you're able to specify that you want Google to give you resources that are free to use and share, and possibly if you want to repurpose them or make modifications on them, make sure that the license of that particular resource allows for it. So let's use Google Advanced Search a lot when we are searching for information which we want to add onto our course to improve on it, so that we're sure of the licenses of the resource we are sharing on our courses. But on the issue of copyrights, I'll be posting information from the director on our WhatsApp group, so that we are all informed of the current position of the university with regarding the resources we're using. Any more questions? Okay, so yes. Dr. Mota, yes? Or what? Okay, so for today, I think we can wrap it up at that. We will be having a meeting today. I hope Angela and team are coming to Kisumu campus. We are having a school planning meeting for all the schools. I hope they will be there so that we can have a clear strategy on how we can get our courses up for School of Medicine. Just my ask of the HODs, I'll be sharing the template for the courses, course allocation, how the template for when we need to submit the list of courses from our department and the allocation for the lecturers developing. Kindly, even if you have it of business today, then I can have all the accounts, all the courses created for all the lecturers. Dr. Yes, Angela, you had something to say?
No, I wanted to just ask that maybe before we log off, eventually you just do a summary for the 3 days.
Okay.
Some of the take homes, because I'm sure, I mean, learning occurs at different levels. So they're going to range from 0 to 100, but there must be some take homes. And also for consultation, I think you've mentioned you're on 3rd floor. I don't know whether it is, I mean, on 10th floor, we don't know whether it's every day, what timings, if people need to consult you.
Okay, thank you, Angela. So I'll start with the last component.
Sorry, Angela.
Okay, go ahead, Dr. Go ahead, Dr. Walter. So I'll come back.
Barbara.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. What I'm saying.
Yes.
Yesterday I was listening to the recording, though I did not join the training because of some conflict. Now, one of the things that was suggested is that there will be one day that Barbara will be available in a location of our convenience, and Wednesday was suggested.
Okay. Yes, you're right, Dr. And that is what I actually wanted to comment. So, Angela, you need to give me 1 day a week that I can commit. We had suggested Wednesday, but You can consult widely with the team 1 day a week for at least some 3 hours. I can be positioned somewhere. You will tell me the most convenient location for most of the members, and I'll be there faithfully on that particular day, where members can come in and we can be able to consult as they are working on the courses. I know after this workshop, quite a number of us are now confident in terms of moving our courses online. But I know there could be small issues that we may need to consult here and there. Like, for example, with the person whose OBS is not installing, we may need to meet and I look at his installation and all that. So if we can agree on 1 day a week for at least 3 hours, because I'm also supporting other schools, so I'll also have time for the other schools, and I'll have a day specifically for School of Medicine. That we can be able to, I'll be there faithfully, waiting on the guys. We can be consulting, can be looking at doing short trainings where someone had an issue that with how the courses are supposed to be uploaded. Then, yeah. So please, Angela, organize for us on a day, at least 3 hours. They can commit 3 hours in that day.
Okay.
So Dr. Bonuke, I know quite a number of lecturers from the school still do not have accounts. So Dr. Bonuke will be supporting me in creating accounts. So for your colleagues who do not have accounts yet on the learning management system, Dr. Bonuke will be helping with that. Sawa sawa, Dr. Bonuke.
That's okay, Barbara.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll just need the details that are required to be able to register.
Yes, and for administrative running of the e-learning issues at the school, I'll be working closely with Dr. Angela. So most of the information from the e-campus to you, to your school, will be channeled through Dr. Angela. And thank you, Dr. Angela, for creating the WhatsApp group. Kindly ensure all the faculty members are on the WhatsApp group, because we'll also be channeling. So any communication I also get from my director, I'll be channeling it to the to you guys through that WhatsApp group. But for official communication, in terms of memos that need to come down from the DVC ASA all the way to your dean and to the school, they'll be coming through Dr. Angela. So this being day 3 of our workshop, it's, as Dr. Angela has properly guided me, I should be able to do a summary of the 3 days. Just more so for those who are not able to join us from day 1. Okay, as Dr. Walter has rightly noted, we have uploaded the recordings for the 3-day sessions. So after this recap, you can always go back and listen to the recordings to be able to catch up on all the matters that we were able to cover within the 3 days. So on day 1, it was just a matter of getting you up to speed with regarding this new campus called the e-campus, because we are aware that quite a number of the lecturers from your school could be interacting with the e-campus for the first time. So we just got to appreciate the e-campus of Maseno University and how the operations under the e-campus of Maseno University, more so with your role, taking into cognizance of the role of the lecturer, the emerging role of the lecturer when it comes to the e-campus. So as a lecturer at the e-campus, your role will encompass, number 1, your role will include, number 1, creating learning materials on the learning management system. So the learning management system is this platform where we are currently running this workshop. So each one of you, for the courses you're developing or the courses that you will be collaboratively developing, we are going to create for you a course space. And the course space is going to be on your dashboard. So from that course space, for the course you're teaching or developing, teaching or facilitating, you're going to have the rights to be able to upload learning materials there. From the same course space, you'll also be interacting with your students. We're going to enroll the students into that space. So all the materials you're going to create, the students are going to be accessing them from there. From that same course space, you will also be having the student interactions. You'll be interacting with the students. You're going to have tools such as the discussion forum. You're going to have this web conferencing tool, which you can add on to your course, and you can be able to even have the live sessions. So from that space, you will also be carrying out your continuous assessments. Yesterday we looked at the various types of continuous assessments that you can create on your course space, and I committed to create a video on how to set up those assessments. I'm going to share the video by close of business today. Yesterday, the second day, which is day 2, we had a virtual tour of the learning management system so that you can appreciate the various components on the learning management system. The administrative offices, the virtual offices we've set up, like this School of Medicine Dean virtual room, and the e-library. We have set up the links for the learners where they have the face-to-face forum, we have the administrative forum, we have the news forum. So listening into yesterday's recording, you'd be able to get a virtual tour of the learning management system so that you can appreciate the various areas or spaces that we've created on the learning management system. And today we were looking at the issue of multimedia. Creating multimedia resources and how to upload them on YouTube and share them on our courses. So we appreciate we are using PowerPoints a lot when we are teaching, and we need to add value to the PowerPoint when it comes to the online course by recording our voice over it, converting it to MP4, uploading it into YouTube and sharing it on our courses. So that is a short recap of what we've captured, what we were able to undertake for the 3-day training. Dr. Omoto is asking how long will the recordings be available on the LMS. The recordings are there to stay, so we're not going to pull them down. They'll be there for as long as possible. So you can always revisit the recordings as often as you need to. So Dr. Angela, I hope I have done the recap well.
You have, thank you.
Okay, so maybe I can pass it on to you so that you can give us any remarks, and anyone who would want to make remarks before we close the session.
I just want to thank you for availing yourself for the 3 days. I think before last we're not aware of what to expect, but in the 3 days that in training, at least most of us now are somewhere in terms of developing and uploading and ensuring that our lectures are delivered. I'm aware that we probably only managed to attend probably just half of the faculty, so we still have quite a bit of distance. So those who have been trained actually will be the ones to train their fellow faculty members who are not able to attend this. We also just want to appreciate, Barbara, that you're able to conduct this online, because it has enabled a bigger group to attend without worrying about social distancing and things like COVID exposure. So this is not the end. We'll continue to interact. As you said, I will add all faculty members onto the SOM online training platform on the WhatsApp group so that we can continue to interact and share and learn from each other. Finally, of course, for the school coordinators, for these that we're able to show up at the physical meeting at the Varsity Plaza so that we can come up with a work plan on the way forward for School of Medicine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And just to confirm, what time will you be coming at the campus today?
So we had thought that this meeting would go on until 9, so we'd asked for time.
Mm-hmm.
So initially from 9:30 to 10:30. So for School of Medicine, we'll be there at 10:30.
At 10:30. Okay.
We're not aware of the venue. We just know it is at the city campus, but the venue is not yet communicated.
Okay, so when you come, we will be at the 10th floor. Then we can organize the venue. So
Okay.
when you kick off, I may not be there for the kickoff. So I'll just settle you guys somewhere. Then you can get started, because I'll be at the School of Computing for some 30 minutes. Then come to School of Medicine, because School of Computing is ending. It'll just be 30 minutes, and I come to your group. So when you come, you can start thinking about the work plan, and then I'll join you along the way. That's okay.
That's okay.
Angela, I thought it was 9:30.
So initially it was 9:30, but they didn't move it to 10:30 because of this training. So this training was going until 9. Then guys thought that the window period between 9 and 9:30 might be too short to get to the next venue. So we moved it to 10:30. But because we are done at 8, I'm not sure what the members think, those who are attending the meeting, whether we can request to move it back to 9:30. I think I'm open to ideas.
No, if you've circulated 10:30, we'll stick with 10:30, but make sure you've just circulated now.
Pardon? So we stick to 10:30?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, thank you so much. Any reactions from the other team member?
A comment, just last comment from me.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you, Barbara. I think it's really amazing that we can be able to do this. Mine is to ask whether, because I've done some online courses where you find that there's an interaction between the PowerPoint and the reader. So like you have questions as you do the PowerPoint. So I don't know whether that is a feature that is embedded in this software. Something to make it interactive between the learner and the presentation.
Yes, there's a tool that we've added onto the platform. It's called H5P. So as soon as you have, first of all, I want you guys first to create the PowerPoints. As soon as we have conquered that level, now we can move to the other level of adding more tools and increasing the number of tools we are using. So let's go one step at a time. Yeah?
Thank you.
Shareable.
Okay, so I think we'll be closing unless anybody has a comment or a question.
Who's that is taking tea? You should share tea. Okay, kombe ya chai. The lawyer in me is just listening to the tea.
No, it's my daughter.
Oh. So I can detect tea from far.
Yeah, let's enjoy.
Okay, so thank you. Let me end the meeting, and then we meet, Angela, we meet at 10:30.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.